Superfood Evolution presents Pros and Cons of Peanut Butter. Is it good for you? Top pros and cons. Peanut butter is a spreadable paste made from grinding dry roasted peanuts. Peanuts come from the species Ericus hypogea, also called groundnut, because the nut-like legume pods grow underground. The domesticated peanut we are familiar with today once came from tropical and subtropical regions of South America, where many related species were first developed by ancient civilizations. Today, peanuts are cultivated all over the world, and in the southern United States, they have a long history spanning over 2 centuries. In this video, we will discuss some of the health benefits of peanut butter, as well as some of the less advantageous aspects of this common condiment spread. The 3 pros of peanut butter. Number 1. High in protein. While hemp seeds are the highest in protein out of all the nuts and seeds, peanuts are also considered a good source. When ground as a paste, this amount becomes even more concentrated and slightly more digestible than peanuts that require a decent amount of chewing. A 2 tablespoon serving size can average about 8 grams of protein, or 16% of the daily value based on a 2,000 calorie adult diet. Peanuts are technically not a nut, but a type of legume, and are actually top on the list along with other high-protein legumes like soybean and peas. Likewise, peanuts contain all essential amino acids and are an ample source of the amino acid arginine. Throughout early American history, peanuts and peanut butter have been used as a nutritionally fortifying protein ever since commercial peanut production began in the late 1800s. They were often found on Army ration lists of U.S. soldiers, and later utilized to make the classic peanut butter and jelly sandwich still an American tradition. Peanut butter was also a favorite alternative in the early 1900s during times of meat rationing and the first government-promoted Meatless Mondays. Interestingly, a recipe using a meat grinder to make peanut butter as a sandwich spread was recommended in the May 1896 edition of Good Housekeeping magazine. Peanut butter is still today viewed as a healthy, plant-based food to include in the average diet, to add to dietary protein intake and provide daily amino acid requirements. Pro number 2, eating peanut butter on a keto diet. Peanuts are also quite high in fat content and are considered an oil crop because they're often grown as a source of peanut oil. This is evident when you open a jar of peanut butter made with 100% peanuts, as some of the oil will usually separate to the top of the jar. So, is it keto friendly? Most plain peanut butter is roughly twice as much fat to protein content, which can be a good ratio for most keto protocols. Likewise, peanut butter that doesn't include other ingredients like sugar is considered a healthy snack food to incorporate on a ketogenic diet because of its good amount of fat and lower amount of carbohydrates. It can be a convenient option to help satisfy a sugar craving between meals. It is still better to eat it in moderation as part of a complete daily keto meal plan. Just 2 tablespoons of peanut butter can be 5 to 7 grams of carbs, which can add up if eating only 20 to 50 grams of carbohydrates a day is your ketogenic goal. Peanut butter does contain some fiber content, however, which if you're being technical, would be subtracted from total carbs, giving you a net carb amount. For example, if 2 tablespoons of creamy, organic, lightly roasted peanut butter is 5 grams of carbs and 3 grams of fiber, you would have a total of 2 grams net carbohydrate, which is the true value when trying to achieve ketosis. Keep in mind, the net carb equation is only intended for nutrition data presented in the US and Canada, as most other countries account for this in total carb amount. Pro number 3, other peanut butter nutrition facts. Research has shown that peanuts are sources of compounds like resveratrol, phenolic acids, and flavonoids, in addition to phytosterols, which have been linked to reducing LDL cholesterol. We mentioned peanut butter and its complete protein content, but it is also considered a good dietary source of coenzyme Q10. Peanuts also contain top nutrients such as niacin, vitamin E, manganese, magnesium, phosphorus, copper, as well as other B vitamins and trace minerals. Peanuts are a source of mostly monounsaturated fats. 2 tablespoons of creamy peanut butter, according to nutrition data, is about 7.6 grams of monounsaturated fat, 3.3 grams of saturated fat, and 4.4 grams of polyunsaturated fat. The 4 cons of peanut butter. Number 1. Too much omega-6. Peanut butter does contain a notable portion of polyunsaturated fats. However, most of this is coming from omega-6 fatty acids, linolenic acids, not the healthier omega-3s, alpha-linolenic acids. If not adequately balanced with anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids, too much omega-6 can cause inflammation in the body and other related health conditions. Therefore, if you consume a lot of peanut butter, it is good to try to balance out ratios in the diet. Dietary sources of omega-3 include seafoods, leafy green vegetables, chia seeds, microalgae, seaweed, and omega-3 algae, krill, or fish oil supplements. Con number 2, aflatoxin and peanut allergies. Peanuts, as a ground-growing legume, are susceptible to a naturally occurring mold known as aflatoxin, which may act as a carcinogen with frequent intake. While the commercial peanut growing industry, especially in the US, is highly monitored and tested to reduce the risk of exposure, you may wish to avoid peanuts if you are highly sensitive to molds. This is why it is often a common and recommended practice to boil raw in-shell peanuts before consuming them. When it comes to peanut butter, it is important to purchase high-quality products, and we always recommend organic, non-GMO varieties over others. Another major con of peanuts is that they are top on the list of food allergens that can have serious and/or life-threatening health impacts on those with peanut allergies. Con number 3, high in oxalates. A big disadvantage to consuming peanut butter is that peanuts are high in the anti-nutrient known as oxalates. Oxalates can prevent the absorption of certain minerals, especially calcium, and excessive dietary intake can lead to health conditions such as kidney stones. Some research shows that boiling vegetables helps to significantly reduce oxalate content. This has not thus far been shown true for dry roasting peanuts used to make peanut butter. Con number 4, low-quality peanut butter products. It is likewise important to read peanut butter nutrition facts labels and ingredients, as many include sugar and oil emulsifiers. Unfortunately, most popular mainstream peanut butter brands sadly are filled with these very unhealthy substances. The most unwanted we would have to say would be peanut butter that's processed with hydrogenated oils or other bad fats like palm oil. This is commonly done to produce a more consistent texture and prevent oil separation, typically labeled no-stir peanut butter. These days, it can be hard to find artisanal peanut butter suppliers. The company known as Smucker's interestingly owns almost all commercial organic and non-organic peanut butter brands produced in the US, such as Jif, Laura Scudder's, Smucker's, Adams, and Santa Cruz. Some American health food stores do in fact have peanut mills for grinding your own fresh organic peanut butter. This is by far some of the best we have ever tasted. Another alternative to the standard peanut variety are wild jungle peanuts, which don't require boiling or roasting. Precautions. Of course, avoid peanut butter if you have allergies to peanuts. Seek the advice of your healthcare professional before consuming peanut butter on a regular basis if you are pregnant, nursing, have a serious medical condition, or are taking prescribed medications. Thanks for watching! For more in-depth info on peanuts, as well as recommended suppliers, be sure and check out the links in the description box below this video. Please support the channel by giving this video a thumbs up if you found it useful. And be sure and check out these other informative videos.